sit down. Well, I want to welcome you all today, to welcome your sons, your daughters, your husband, your wives, or your mom or dad, to today's ceremony where you're welcome to the clinic. So I want to welcome you all for coming today. Many of you have traveled a long distance to come to this event, which is a very prestigious event when students get the opportunity to become the doctors, to start to do the things that you were trained to do. So this ceremony signifies the hard work and dedication that they have done to this moment, and as they're entering their pre-chiropractic education in a clinical setting. So today we welcome you to this clinical educational portion of your stay here at Palmer College. Now your mentors here today are going to welcome you to the clinic, so you guys get to stand. So these doctors right here, you guys get to stand up because I get to brag about you a little bit. Yes, that's right. Anyways, these doctors are here to help guide you through your education process. All the growth that that will occur in the next few months. They're going to prepare you basically for your future of being a clinician. So we all look forward to watching you grow through your experiences. Now I'd like to honor one of our senior clinicians, and that's Dr. Virginia Barber right here. She is definitely worth some applause. So to give you a little background on Dr. Barber, she graduated in 1990, summa cum laude from Danforth, Palmer. After returning from New York from her associateship, Dr. Barber realized there were just too many pushy people like herself out there and decided to move back to the Midwest and become a staff doctor here at Palmer in the fall of 1994. And as many of you know, the rest is history. She's already mentored and taught children of many former students and plans to stick around to get to know some of their grandchildren and their children's children. So Dr. Barber is currently a professor in the Bechtel Clinic Center, where she manages a huge and happy practice filled with wonderful patients and amazing students, such as yourself to be. She's completing an intensive training in a narrative medicine at Columbia University in 2016, and in 2019 received a master's degree in healthcare ethics from Creighton University School of Medicine, again, summa cum laude. She's a very bright doctor here. Dr. Barber has worked closely with both the administration and advancement offices here at Palmer College for many years. She has been published in several peer-reviewed journals and presented at numerous conferences. Most of all, however, she loves to lecture to students on the subject of falling forward. Also, never giving up, and the importance of service in creating a life of meaning. So with that said, let's welcome Dr. Barber.
Okay, can you hear me? It's rarely a problem that you can't hear me, right? So I thought I was speaking for 15 minutes, I'm speaking for 6. I'm running a stopwatch. Raph, you're my man. 6 minutes, cut it. I graduated from this stage 33 years ago on March the 1st. What an honor to be back here speaking to you as you start your experience of becoming Palmer doctors of chiropractic. I'm like, if I start to cry, I'm a little emotional. I want to start though by thanking the supporters, not just for being here, But I know these students. I speak to these students starting in first trimester, and what I see from these students time and time again is this awareness of other people's needs and a desire to help them. That's what this actually symbolizes, really. If you don't have that, you don't have a coat. I see people stop to hold doors. I see people stop to help me pick up all my stuff in the middle of Brady Street on the windiest day in March when I drop it and the light turns, right? And I always say, wow, somebody raised you really nicely. Who was it? Oh, it was my grandpa showed me that. Oh, my auntie taught me. When you go home, I want you to thank your grandpa or your auntie. Tell them Dr. Barber appreciates it. They never told you, right? No, because they don't do most of what I ask them to do. So I'm taking a minute of their white coat ceremony to say, thank you for raising young adults who are aware of other people and who want to help them. Because that is the fundament of what we're going to do as doctors of chiropractic. I want you now, interns, to think back to first trimester, right? I used to come into your rights and responsibilities class. I try to come in the week of your low point. When you've had 42 tests already on Wednesday morning, you have 16 more to come. Most of you don't even know I'm there because you're studying for your next test, but that's fine. And the reason that I'm there is to talk to you about what it's like to not get what you want right away. What it's like to fail forward. Because this is not a one-shot thing where you're going to come to Palmer and you're going to do great and that's the end of your struggles. As a matter of fact, you've achieved a miraculous set of successes to get where you are. Bad news for you is there's a whole new set of them ahead. But you did it, and I get to say I told you so. Right? You told me why you couldn't do it. I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too dumb, I'm too tired, I'm too distracted. And I'm like, really? Well, I have a huge practice, and I'm a professor at Palmer, and I failed clinic. So I'm calling BS on every single one of you that tells me you can't. So I have the opportunity now to say with great joy, I was right, you were wrong. Here you are, right? And today, we're giving you, well, we're not giving it to you, I think you're probably to buy it, but we're going to hand you, those days are gone. We're going to hand you a white coat, which actually symbolizes the purity of the intent to care for patients. Which sounds so theoretical, and really what it means is what these fabulous people in the audience told you from the beginning. Help that old lady across the street. Please, would you catch that dog that's running loose? That man is in a wheelchair, he can't do it. Any of those things, notice what is needed. And learn to serve, right? So you're gonna put this white coat on, and you're gonna feel every bit as awkward the first weeks, months, whatever, that you have that white coat on, that you did in first try. Which I think if I had to pick one word for that, I would say waterboarding. You're gonna come into the clinic, and you're gonna start by telling yourself that old familiar jingle. I can't do this. Well, I can never do that. Well, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. You're here. You came here because people raised you to want to help people, because people raised you to want to dedicate your life to a life of service, right? They were so smart because I'm telling you, 33 years in, you will never have a day without meaning as a doctor of chiropractic. You will never have a day that with your head and your heart and your hands, you can't help another human being. Do you know how rare that is? People go to work for 452 years and feel like they've accomplished nothing. Right? I'm a hospice volunteer. I listen to what people say when they're dying. I just wish I had followed my dreams. Well, you are. You're 7 trimesters into your dreams. And you didn't give up, right? I was right. You didn't give up. And now you're coming into clinic. And I'm going to tell you the same thing over and over again. I had a wonderful intern yesterday sobbing because she was so afraid that she wasn't good enough. I have news for you people. We're never good enough. There's always room to improve. 33 years, and I think I can make a list of what I don't know and I'm not great at that could roll from here to eternity. But the patient who comes into you to ask for help doesn't want to hear about your troubles. They don't want to hear about your neuroses and shortcomings. You put that coat on, guess what? It's not about you anymore. It is no longer about you. It's about the most important person in the room, the patient. And if you can learn that your power as a human being comes through that service, there is no bigger gift that I've ever experienced in my life. I've traveled around the world, I've had remarkable experiences. Nothing gives me goosebumps like thinking, oh my God, that patient felt better after I adjusted them? People, this is like, it's a hook. And you got this far, so I know you have it. I'm asking you to not give up. I'm telling you, you're not too dumb, you're not too old, you're not too young. You've got a head full of fantastic knowledge, you've got a heart that wants to help, and you've got the best hands in the profession. What your hands knew when you came in versus what your hands know now, there's no comparison. And a year of clinic, you have it. Please trust me, I'm old. I've been doing this for a third of a century now. And all I can say is, let's get those white coats on you because they are gonna look great.
Definitely a lot of words of wisdom, so let's thank Dr. Barber again. Now I'd like to welcome to the stage Dr. Mike Tuning, who is our academic dean, and some more words of wisdom.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Barber. Great job. Do we have a portable table? Who else is ready? Let's just get this going now. Anyone? All right. I too would like to start off by thanking all the family and friends and support network that made the trip here today. This program is an intense one, and the support network is so important to the success of our students. So whether it's just a phone call or a dinner or help with laundry, know that everything that you provide goes a long way to help our students, so thank you for that. Students, this ceremony is an important milestone, and with this milestone comes a change in perspective. Prior to this, your perspective on what matters most. Maybe that was focused on what you had in class, the upcoming exam, maybe a quiz, another deadline. Sleepless nights that you had, maybe that was thinking about all the exams coming up this week or what that test looked like at the end of the week. But that changes now. You're going into your clinic side of your training. And with that change in perspective, what matters most to you is now what matters most to your patient, all right? Thinking about what you need to do with your patient. Some of those sleepless nights that maybe you spent studying for a particular exam will now be there thinking about, is my patient feeling better since that visit earlier today? Or what do I need to do for that patient tomorrow? It comes a very big responsibility at this point in time, but one that you're ready for. Just like your academic experiences where you had several faculty members that were here for you, follow up on a test, meet with them over any questions that you might have. So too, you're going to have that from these outstanding clinicians that are going to be working with you in the clinic. So rather than just looking over content or whatever that might be, seek them out, get that feedback on how you can improve that visit with your patient, how you might change your demeanor, what you can do to better serve your patients. You're ready for it. It's time to use that knowledge and skill to impact patients' health. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Dr. Tuning. My name is Dr. Misty Stick, and I am the Associate Dean of Clinics. Dr. Barber let me know that she went 45 seconds over her 6-minute time limit, so I'm going to speed things up here a little bit. Okay, today we'd like to honor and welcome the students to their next step in the chiropractic education with this induction ceremony. Students, we know that you are sufficiently prepared to join us in clinic and share your knowledge, passion, and skills with our patients and the community. Over the next year, we will watch you transform amazingly And we will meet you back here in a little over a year to celebrate you as you graduate and become doctors of chiropractic. The journey that lies before you is exciting, but at times may feel like a whirlwind. So please know that we support you every step of the way, and we're here to help you in any way that we can. Now it's time. Okay, it's time to now formally induct the students into the clinic, but we're going to go through some procedural items first. When presented, the students will come to the side podium, where they will be introduced by Ms. Tara Schultz, Senior Director of Clinic Operations. Dr. Jurings, today's MC and Director of Rehabilitation Services, will be assisting students with the cloaking of the white coat, which in the healthcare field signifies purity, professionalism, and clinical knowledge. The students will then present at center stage to meet me with their badge, which will be attached to their coat to signify the induction into the Palmer Clinic system and the start of their chiropractic education as chiropractic interns. Students will move to the backdrop for a picture to be taken by the college photographer. Students will then exit the stage where Dr. Callan Dittmer, faculty clinician and clinical methods instructor, will be presenting interns with a token of our appreciation for their hard work to get to this day. Amy Lewinhagen, Supervisor of Clinical Billing, please present Class 242 for their induction into clinics.
Reed Adams, Dr. Buns. Brandon Aki Jackson, Dr. Marriott. Ellen Albers, Dr. Lughart. Nicholas Altavilla, Dr. Buns. Cole Baskerville, Dr. Clark. Elise Beeler, Dr. Buns. Christian Bean, Dr. Ring. Alexis Black, Dr. Illingworth. Cody Blaine, Dr. Clark. Haley Bly, Dr. Clark. James Brown, Dr. Shannon. Burkhalter, Dr. Opel. Cecilia Bustamante, Dr. Prococo. Bharat Chinta, Dr. Anderson. Haley Chrisman, Dr. Clark. Brandon Cook, Dr. McConnell. Brianna Cota, Dr. Barber. Jackson Dangerfield, Dr. Barber. Sylvia Down, Dr. Illingworth. Rafael D'Souza, Dr. Barber. Connor DeWeerd, Dr. Mueller. Eduardo Duran, Dr. Sullivan. Casey Dykus, Dr. Lughart. Madeline Eager, Dr. Buns. Miranda Behringer, Dr. Sullivan. Jacob Gaylor, Dr. Clark. Rachel Gowie, Dr. Opel. Alexander Gutierrez, Dr. McConnell. Jesse Hahn, Dr. Percoco. Kristen Haymond, Dr. Quist. Sly Haymore, Dr. Klaus. Blade Hayes, Dr. Ring. Taylor Herman, Dr. Opel. Alex Heinrichsen, Dr. Sullivan. Margaret Hughes, Dr. Illingworth. Madeline Jansen, Dr. Klaus. Lakin Jones, Dr. Percoco. Andrew Patikishta, Dr. Shannon. Ryan Kelly, Dr. Percoco. Caleb Kennedy, Dr. Mueller. Corey Neeland, Dr. Quist. Hayden Kutrib, Dr. Shannon. Jacob Lastly, Dr. Lughart. Clayton Lego, Dr. Quist. Megan Leverance, Dr. Dittmer. Ashley Martinez, Dr. Sullivan. Carly McKenzie, Dr. Marriott. Samantha Mealy, Dr. Klaus. Austin Philip Michael, Dr. Quist. Dana Moon, Dr. Shannon. Cole Morrison, Dr. Klaus. Byron Izugo Wanye, Dr. Barber. Hope O'Connor, Dr. Opel. Kara Oates, Dr. Anderson. Alyssa Pagano, Dr. Marriott. Earth Patel, Dr. Quist. Pierce Piana, Dr. Illingworth. Colin Quinn, Dr. Anderson. Stephanie Reynolds, Dr. McConnell. Jorge Rodriguez, Dr. Cranehagen. Adriana Rodriguez Alvarez, Dr. Cranehagen. Dr. Dittmer. Alexander Simmons, Dr. McConnell. Stephen Smith, Dr. Cranehagen. Cade Stevens, Dr. Cranehagen. Emma Steinmates, Dr. Barber. Michaela Tourig, Dr. Dittmer. Tyler Van Aken, Dr. Anderson. Nicole Von Ashwig, Dr. Shannon. Keith Walder, Dr. Prococo. Madeline Walter, Dr. Clark. Emma Weisensell, Dr. Buns. Natalie Wend, Dr. Mueller. Cooper Wilkinson, Dr. Marriott. Gabe Woodbeck, Dr. Opel. Vanessa Woosley, Dr. Klaus. Christina Zajinski, Dr. Buns. Paul Zemba, Dr. Dittmer.
That was the toughest part right there. Put your jackets on. Again, I'd like to thank you all, parents, spouses, children, for coming today on such an important day for our doctors to be here. So I know you've all supported, as Dr. Tuning said, maybe it's a phone call, maybe it's a pizza, maybe it's doing some laundry, whatever that may be. But thank you for encouraging everybody to be here so that we have the opportunity to help you come into the profession. So, as this ceremony concludes, there's some cake in the reception downstairs, but before we get to go down for the cake, there'll be a class photo taken, and all the pictures and the recording of this ceremonies will be online, which you'll be able to use for free, okay? So before we take the class picture, class 422, 242, it's been a long week. I need you to stand up. And now present yourself to the assembly. Okay, you guys can have a seat. Well, I can tell by the applause, you guys are gonna do some spectacular things. So, what I'd like you to do, we're gonna have you take the first 3 rows of seats, and you're gonna move it towards the 4th row. That's about as complex as this gets. And then you're gonna make your way towards the stage for some pictures, and we're gonna work with a photographer here. So after the pictures, there's coronation for each student. So you may be, if you want to take this before the reception, okay? So again, guests, students, docs to be, thank you for coming. Safe travels, and I guess we'll see you all here in a few more months, huh? So class, I get it right, 242. All right, let's see you Monday.